Here's your disclaimer. You guys take a second to read that. You can start a slow march if you want to. Okay, let's get started. So let's take some nice deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So remember to not hold your breath. Remember to breathe. Take water break anytime you want. Do as many repetitions of these as you feel comfortable with. Stop anytime. Remember, this is not a no pain, no gain class. This is definitely, if you feel pain, stop doing it. So breathe in, breathe out. Good. Let's kind of work the legs a little bit. We're going to do some stretching first. This is a yoga movement called Dragon Warrior. So put your hands together. Feet are about shoulder width. So we're going to come up and then we're going to come down with our head between our elbows. And the first part, we're going to do deep breathing, Qigong breathing. So we're going to breathe in, come down, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Then we're going to point to one side or the other and bend the knee. Make sure that knee does not go past the toe. Then we're going to straighten the knee, come over and look up at our arm for a better stretch. Come back and push. Bring the foot and hands together. So now we're going to do the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Point to the side, bending the knee, straighten the knee, and come over. Come back and push. Bring the foot and hands together. One more time on each side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Point. Come over. Press, step in, hands come to prayer position. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Point, bend over, looking up at your arm. Press, step in. Very good. Okay, let me get another drink of water here. All right, so we're going to start out seated. So we're going to do a lot of cat-cows, and one is called airplane. And cat-cow, and really airplane too, is working on your core muscles. So that's basically what we're going to do, is all your core muscles from chin to pelvis. So let's take a nice deep breath. So put your chin to your chest. We're going to slowly come up. And as we come up, our stomach is pressing out. The back is bending inward. And we look up at the ceiling. Come back down slowly. Back up. Now, when we get to the routine on this, we're going to go a little bit faster, but make sure you don't jerk, that you keep your movements very smooth, and definitely don't want to go fast. You want to go fairly slow. One more time up. One more time down. Now on this one, I want to make sure that you are just pulling the stomach in and bowing the back and hold. Good. Bring back to neutral position. So now we're going to do it just a little bit faster and smooth. So chin to chest. And go up at your own speed. Last thing you want to do is do abrupt or sudden movements with the neck. Excuse me. One more time up. One more time down. Good. Take a nice deep breath. And breathe out. So now we're going to go into airplane. So what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward. I like to put my hands on my upper thighs. And your back is going to be straight up. So keeping your head up will help you keep your back straight, even though it's at an angle. So lean forward and hold. This is the first part of airplane. Again, keep your head up. Come back up. Come forward. Relax and come back up. One more time. Come back up. This time we're going to come back and we're going to take one arm and come back and hold. Come back up. Other side. Come back up. This time both arms. John was telling me that on Silver Sneakers credit, you guys that are Silver Sneakers, that now if you do 16 classes a month, which is not real hard to do, you now get $10 back. Yay, more money. Come back up. One more time. And up. Let's go between cat-cow. Let's do about 3 times. And come to airplane and come up. Slow so that you don't bend the back. We're always conscious of the lower back. One more time and hold. And up. Cat-cow. So they consider this the warm up and stretch phase of the class. So we'll keep doing this for the required time. Lean back and hold. I should say lean forward and hold. Come back up, lean forward, up, one more time, up, cat-cow. Last time on airplane, hold. Come back up, take a nice deep breath, and stand up. Now I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see. So basically what we're going to do is you can hold on to both sides of your chair if you wish, or one hand or no hands when we get to that point. So we're just going to stretch out first. Keep the back straight. Good. So we're going to do plies, and plies are similar to squats. So as wide as you feel comfortable with, and by being this wide or having your feet at an angle, this puts less pressure on your knees when we come down, and go down as low as you feel comfortable. So we're just going to do a couple of these just so you can kind of get used to them. So holding onto the back of your chair, let's do that. Feet are spread, toes are pointed out. For 1, 2. I'm not going to count. That's too much like physical fitness class. Now, this first one is called Moonflower. Excuse me, yeah, Moonflower. I have to look at my sign. Bring your arm up, up. Hold on with that hand, change hands. Definitely works your hamstrings. Keep your back as straight as you can. Both hands on the chair. Now both hands up and down. Good. Let's kind of work that out a little bit. Okay, so hands back on the chair. This one is called Sunflower. Again, in a plie position. I'm down and up. This time, one hand off, and we're going to come and go around and back in. We're only half a sunflower now. Bring that hand back to the chair and use the other hand. Both hands on the chair, up and down. Slow or fast, however you want to do it. You know your comfort zone. Now, both hands. Good. Hands on the chair. Just a couple more times up and down. Good. Let's work that out a little bit. We'll do something now called side lunges. Again, we're holding onto the chair. So with this hand here, and if I was facing here, it'd be like this. So I'm holding on. This hand, so I'm only holding on with one hand. I'm going to step and come down. Step and come down. So now we're going to sweep. Now we're going to do it both arms. Then you can come over if you wish. So I'm stepping in and then stepping down. It's called a lunge or a side lunge. Back Right, the one hand on the chair and just sweep in front of yourself. Just sweep in front of your chest. Now back to the chair. Let's do some plies. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. So I'll just turn around and do it without the chair. So you may have to move your chair or go the other side of your chair. So you're stepping and you're lunging, lunging, hands coming over. Guys, looking good out there. Let's do both arms. Again, hold on to the chair if you need to. Remember to breathe. Drink water anytime. Take a break anytime. Now, one arm across. Couple more times. And let's work that out. Get some water. Take a break if you need to. All right, now we're going to go into something called chair pose. And a lot of yoga folks will do it way up here, but I always do it straight out because it's more like a chair. But so either way you want to do it. And this is just straight. This is not plies. This is just straight. We're coming down. If you went way lower than this, it would be called a horse stance, like you're riding a horse. So we hold this position, keep your head up. Try to keep your back straight. It's hard to do in this position. Come back up slowly. Take a deep breath. Come back to chair pose. Back up. Last time for this section for chair pose. Hold this a little bit longer this time. Should be feeling it now. Slowly come up. Work that out. The legs need some workout on that one. Okay, so we're going to do something called pyramid. And quite frankly, it looks really like airplane we were doing. So hands are on the back of the chair. Straight back. So go back as far as you feel comfortable. I like to use my fingertips. Head held high to keep the back straight. And just hold that. Straighten up. This time we're going to just lean forward. Put your hands on your hips. And hold. Come back up. Come forward. And back up. Forward. And back up. This time we're going to lean forward and put both hands back, which I think is airplane, but they don't seem to think so. They say it's pyramid. Back like this and hold. More like Superman than airplane. Come back up. Back down. Now we're going to do a combination of chair and pyramid. So we're going to come to chair. And back. Chair. And pyramid. So even though my legs are straight, my knees are still soft. Don't lock your knees. Come back to chair. Pyramid. Chair. Pyramid. Chair, we're going to hold a little longer. And up for chair again, or pyramid. Good, let's work that out a little bit, get some water. Good, okay. So now we're going to do a combination of chair, lunge, and pyramid. So come into chair. Come up, step, and lunge. So it's just stay like this. So all this is coming over. And then bring it across your chest. Come back, do the other side. Bring it across your chest. Come to pyramid. Head held high, keep the back straight. Back to chair. Up to lunge. Cross your chest. Change sides. You start going over, 3-4 times maybe. And then you come across your chest. One more time for all three. Chair. And we're going in this section with chair, so this is the next to last time with chair. Come back up for pyramid. Then side lunges. Across the chest. Change feet. Cross your chest. Come back to chair. We're going to hold chair for as long as you can. It's going to be a minute. And if you have to stand back up, just go up and then come back to chair position. You're doing stuff like this, a minute seems like a long time. So remember to smile, remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. Halfway. Should be feeling it by now. "15 seconds to go." "5 seconds." Slowly come up. Let's work that out. Good job. You guys look good. Get some water. Now we're going to go to my favorite part, which is Warrior 2, reverse triangle, and Warrior 1. So Warrior 2 is basically you got one foot straight, the other's turned. So this is your support leg back here. We come up, sink, making sure that front knee does not go past the toe, looking over your hand. This is Warrior 2. To come to triangle or reverse triangle, you would straighten that front leg, that same arm comes down. If you can touch your knee or your leg, okay. The other hand curves over your head and you look up for a really good stretch. And that one comes back down, bend the knee again, go back to Warrior 2. To get to Warrior 1, you just bring this hand in, both hands come together, go up over your head, come back to the center, hands are facing each other, but they can go out too, but this is considered Warrior 1. So then all you got to do is just come down and go back to Warrior 2. Straighten the leg for reverse triangle. Come back up. Bend the knee for Warrior 2. Bring your hand together. Both hands come up for Warrior 1. Spread. Flatten your arms for Warrior 2. Bend over, straightening the knee for reverse triangle. Come back to Warrior 2. Hands come together for Warrior 1. Let's do some reps of this. Let's do one more on this side. Pivot that foot, turn the other way. Let's get into Warrior 2 position. This is your support leg. So you're here and sink a little bit, looking over your fingertips. We get back a little bit. So now we go to reverse triangle. Come back up. Hands together for Warrior 1. Up, turn, and out. Back to Warrior 2. Reverse triangle. Warrior 2. Warrior 1. Let's do some reps. I really think that if this is the only sequence that you learn and you do this on a regular basis for 5 or 10 minutes every day, you're really getting some good exercise and some good stretching. It's really important that you do look up when you go into reverse triangle because that really does give you a better stretch. One more time. Hands together. Good. Let's work that out a little bit, get some water. You guys look really good out there. Again, we'll be doing this again on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Okay. Believe it or not, we're at the cool down. So if you want to hold on to your chair, you can. We're just going to put the heel here, hands together, and then come up and then back down. So we're coming up, and a lot of people keep the hands together for tree. I like to bring it apart for tree, but that's up to you. Okay, so let's do the other side. Again, you might have to go to the other side of your chair. And we're going to do it off the floor here in a minute. So it goes up and you hold. You come down, although this is kind of a little good balance exercise too. Good, so, and the next one, and again, I can't get up to my upper calf, but I can go to my side below the knee. Do not press on your knee. So hands to the center, go up and hold, open if you wish. The easiest way to do this is concentrate on an object on the floor to keep your balance. Come back down to prayer position and come back down. And usually everybody has one side that's better than the other. So if you lose it, just come back to it. So start with the heel or toe on the floor, come up, prayer position, up, spread, hands together, down to your heart, and hold, and down. Let's work that out a little bit. So next we're going to do basically it's called Warrior 3, but I call it Flying Warrior. So you're here, you go into Warrior 2, and this basically are turning your hands and coming back. Turning and coming back. Let's turn the other side. So go as far as you feel comfortable on your twist. The twisting aspect of this is really a core exercise also. Good. Work it out a little bit. Let's do some 5-pointed stars. So you can hold on if you wish. Of course, that hand is 1 point of your star, but if you need to do that, you're getting 4 points by doing this. But if you can, let go and hold. You have to hold that one a little longer, that's okay. And down. Let's do the other side. If you have to change sides of your chair, do so. Good. Let's do the other side. Other side. Might have to tap your toe down like I do on a regular basis. Remember to smile, don't hold your breath. Good. Let's kind of work that out, just kick forward. All right, we're down to the stretches now, and let's sit down. We did a lot of work on our legs today, so let's really stretch those out. So heel to the floor, pull the toe back. Take a deep breath and lean toward that toe. Good. Change feet. Pull your toe back. Lean toward the toe. Good. So let's work our hip flexors, because we did work the hips a lot today too. If you can't cross your knees, just go down to your ankles. So take a deep breath and lean toward that knee. Come back up. Lean toward the knee. Let's do some seated lunges. So come back and just push back. You don't want to push back so much that you raise up. You don't want to raise up. You want to keep flat on the chair and just push back on that. That's a good stretch of your hamstrings and your glutes. Change the other side. Really important that you stretch even after yoga, because we did a lot of work on our, especially on our hamstrings with all those plies and squats. Good. Not so much on the upper body, but we did some there too. So, okay. So if you can't do this one, continue with the one with your heel on the floor. So I'm going to grab my ankle and pull back. If you're doing this down on the floor, I call this broken pigeon, because your chin's down on the floor, your stomach's against the floor, and you're reaching back and grabbing your ankle and pulling back. My least favorite movement in yoga, although I can do it. Just don't like doing it. I can do it. Okay, very good. Good stretch there. All right, so let's twist a little bit by coming over and holding. We did a lot of this, so we don't have to stretch too much on the sides, because we did a lot of stretching on the sides. But let's work the shoulders. Change sides. We don't need to do a whole lot with the neck, but it's important that you do get some exercises for the neck. So side to side, nice and slow. Side to side. Up and down, not cat-cows. Circle the head. Go the other way. Let's close our eyes and take some deep breaths. So, namaste, which means I bow with respect to your divine self, and she, which is Chinese for thank you. You guys can unmute.